What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. We'll also be taking a look at our Litecoin and Ethereum charts. Definitely stick around. Don't forget we have a free Discord group down in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's an awesome community. Totally free. Let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, it's not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Don't forget, we do a free Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway every Monday. We'll be doing that at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around and see if you're last week's winner. All you have to do to enter to win is scroll down, hit that subscribe button, smash that thumbs up, and leave your comment. That'll get you entered to win next week's. All right, so as you guys know, I haven't made a video since Friday. I've been out turkey hunting and morel hunting, so kind of took a break this weekend. Back at it this week, and let's take a look at our Wyckoff method distribution phase, which I've been talking about. I think that we are in. It does seem to be playing out. This went down a little bit quicker than expected. I had this line drawn for about a month now. But the major resistance points here are 58.5 and 61.7. If we get back above this 61.7, 61.8 area, then this could get invalidated if we break this high over here. So we'll be keeping an eye on it. But as of right now, our Pi cycle top indicator has went off up here. Also, this is really starting to look like that. If this is the case, we could have much lower to go. And let me show you. I'll pull up the Wyckoff method. We'll also take a look at that Elliott wave, fifth wave diagonal, ending diagonal that we were looking at. But if you take a look at this, it is playing out just like expected. But again, we'll have to see what happens here. And these don't play out exact. This just gives a rough idea. But this one is playing out pretty damn good right now, but we'll keep an eye on it. Again, that could show us much lower lows. Let's take a look at the 15-minute real quick. Let me get that RSI out of there. So this is a rising channel that we were watching on Friday's video, and I had said a break above this channel could get us up to back around that $66,000 range. We did not break up, and I had said watch for a break of this channel, which we did, and we had this lower target down here of 52,182, but we did drop a little bit lower. But if you were watching and you did short this, you probably made some good money here. But anyways, yeah, that's where we're at now. We did get a nice bounce there as expected. Now I'll keep this here, and we're going to put some targets to look for a rejection if we haven't already got our rejection. So we could move this one over. I'm also going to put some fibs on here real quick. Let's just do a Fibonacci retracement and see what we come up with. We're going to go from this high all the way back over here at the 65,000. We'll put it down here. So we could get back up to that $60,000 range if we can break inside this channel. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this here right around 60,150 range, and that would get us back up to retest the bottom of this channel. And if we do get a major rejection there, I do believe we have further to go. Now we could have already started turning around here. We didn't quite hit this yet, but keep an eye on this, and we'll dig into some more stuff here in a minute. But I do want to remind you, check out Prime XBT if you haven't already. I'll leave a tutorial up top. Great exchange to trade on. They don't trade against you. Also, you can trade crypto, forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, all kinds of different stuff on this exchange. You could also use USDT, USDC. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. You can use my promo code Savy50. It'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. So if you put in 1 Bitcoin, you get a half a Bitcoin bonus to use towards your margin. Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. I also have some other links down below. There's BYBIT. They're doing a special now. You get, by using my link for BYBIT down below, you get $1,050 bonus. They're also doing a $400 prize pool in a trading competition if you want to get entered in that. And also, 15% annualized interest. So check it out. And this is the 5th wave diagonal that we've been talking about right here. We also had this RSI down here that we're watching. If we do a close below this bottom trend line in the RSI, let me show you closer. We're bouncing in it now. But as you guys know, if you watch my channel, the RSI follows the body, not the wick. So wherever this closes, if it closes down here, then Bitcoin's probably going to go down further. And we'll talk about the targets. If this is a Elliott wave, 5th wave ending diagonal, and let me show you that in the, pull this picture up right here. And it does show what happens. We were looking for a possible retest up here about the 68.1, and we'll take a look at some different time frames too, because there's other ways to look at this. But as of right now, it does look like we broke down from here. I'm going to get this out of the way now. And we were talking about if we did break up from here, we would probably go to that 85,000 range. Well, as you can see, we did break down from here. We went to our target as discussed in the last chart, came back up, and we've retested the bottom of this rising wedge. If this is not able to get back inside here, and this was at the this is the daily, so it's about 57.6, 57.7 area for today. The measured move that we had put on here from last week was about, see, I was looking for it to possibly run all the way up here. We've obviously dropped quicker, and as we discussed, depending on where it broke, that would change the target. Well, that broke early, so now the target, as long as we don't get back inside this rising wedge, our target is around that 40,200 range. So that is a possibility. Now guys, that doesn't mean we drop straight down in one shot and it just goes in one candle. This could take weeks. This could take quite some time. So don't expect it to just drop in one day. People get, like right here, everybody was bearish, calling for, oh my God, we're going down to 10,000. Oh my God, we're going down to 30,000. And then as soon as it gets a little bounce, then everybody's bullish again. Then we're going to new all-time highs. But if you look at what's going on here, that's a tiny bounce. So just be careful, guys, with all the craziness out there and emotions running wild. But let's look at it in the 1 hour. Same thing. This is what we were looking at. We can get all this stuff off here now. I'm going to go ahead. Whoops, that was not what I meant to do. Let's pull these targets off here now and look at what's going on. So if we zoom in on the 1 hour, we can see that we have got rejected here at the 55 EMA. If you guys know and watch my channel, I love my EMAs. I'll leave a tutorial up here, a few tutorials up here on EMA strategy, stuff like that, if you want to check them out. But as of right now, same thing. As long as we don't get back inside this wedge, then our target is around that $39,000 to $40,000 range. So, and again, that doesn't have to happen in a day, guys. But if we look at the RSI here, we had a falling channel, and this isn't, let me straighten it up a little bit. According to this, we could get our bounce higher like we talked about. We did bounce out of this channel and we got support on it. So could we get that next run up? It is a possibility. And if we do break back up in that wedge, the next line of resistance is around that 59.5 to 60,000 range. Keep an eye on that. And 4 hours. So let's talk about this chart a little bit. We were looking at this as a rising broadening wedge, target of 73.8 if we continued up, and we talked about it. If you guys watched the video and were paying attention, we had this old resistance that we broke, and I had said if we drop, and I have not moved any of this stuff, that's why I keep it on there, 58.8. If we drop below that, then we were coming down to at least test this 52.7, and as you can see what happened. I'm going to take this stuff off of here now. Let me get this off of here, try to clean these up. I do keep my charts the same way every time, so it's not a different chart with, saying I called anything. I'm just showing you guys what I'm seeing. And as of right now, this is going to be the area I would watch for a breakdown around that 49. Now, I know we talked about the $40,000 target, and that would be coming down to retest this trend line here, if that's what happens once we break this. And then I would expect a bounce, maybe to come back up to that 52 range or whatever. But if we look at this rising broadening wedge here, the measured move from the breakdown of that could get us all the way to the $20,000 range. Again, guys, that doesn't have to happen, but keep an eye on it. It is definitely a possibility. And if you don't think so, I believe you're running on pure emotion. But anyways, the EMA is still looking pretty bearish here, guys. The weekly. Let's take a look at the daily and take a look at. So our funding rate is still favoring the bears, just barely, as you can see here. But we've done that before. Over here, we got real low in it and still dropped further. And I do believe that's where we're at now. Also, the 200 EMA on the daily lines up with that $40,000 range, along with the VPVR has some high volume nodes over here, so keep an eye on it, guys. Just be really careful. Like I said, we could continue the bounce here. Now this is, let me look at the RSI real quick on the daily. We had this drawn out, and again, another look at the same one we looked at in the beginning. We are getting, let's see where this closes. If we close below this trend line in the daily on the RSI, most likely we're going to continue down. Looking at the long term macro, we have our Fibonacci channels on here, and as you can see, 2013, 2017 tops right here. Then we have our 0.236 fib, where if we look, that's where we've been getting rejected. We've been talking about it every day on here. I also drew a parabolic arc in here. We did break down below it. Doesn't mean we can't come up, retest top, get a huge run up. Everybody FOMO in before dropping. As of right now, we are in between the 55 EMA and the 8, 13, and 21 are tightening up. But as you can see on this fib, every time we get up here, we get rejected. Also, like I said, the pi cycle top indicator, if I turn that on, we did get that right at the top of this also. So just be cautious. I'm not saying that it can't go higher, but I am saying there are things showing bearishness in this chart. I'm showing you mostly bearish stuff because I'm seeing mostly bearish stuff. Obviously, again, we got a nice bounce here. Could this continue up? Possibly. Let's take a look at our Litecoin chart. As you guys know, we were watching this rising broadening wedge. We did get rejected up at the top up here. It looks like we're most likely going to come back down. As you guys can see, we talked about this channel too in the RSI. If it broke down, that was bearish, which we did. It was bearish. But it does look like we could come back down and retest this $190 to $200 range down here, the bottom of this wedge. If the bottom of that wedge breaks, that's going to be pretty damn bearish. And let's take a look at where that's at. That would be, like I said, somewhere around between 190 and 200. If we do break below there, then we get a measured move all the way back down to the $50 range. That does not mean it happens in a day, guys. This could be a year. If we started the bear market or whatever, you know, this could come all the way over here before it breaks. Who knows? This is just showing you the possibilities. But if we do manage to get a bounce and a run back up and break this trend up here, then Litecoin could be heading up to, you know, the $400,000 to $500,000 range. So I'll keep you updated on that. Let's look at Ethereum. So Ethereum, we were looking at this rising channel within the rising channel, within the rising broadening wedge. The measured move of going above this rising channel, we talked about it Friday, would have been the 2760. Obviously, that did not happen. We're going to take that off there because we broke back in the channel. Now this channel is invalidated to me. Let's take that off there. And we're watching the rising channel, which we did not quite come back test the top yet. We could do that. The RSI is showing a possibility of another run up. That would get us somewhere around, let's put a price label in here. Somewhere in the 27 to 2800, 2750 area to retest the top of this rising channel. If that still is resistance, we come back down to break the bottom. Now, if we do get another push down here, The bottom of this channel is around 1840, 1850 range. Keep an eye on that for a bounce up. If we break this top one, then obviously we get much bigger measured moves to the upside. And it could be around, you know, 3,500 or whatever, but we would have to break this yellow top trend line, which is a rising broadening wedge. And we can move that over now because that all depends on how long it takes to get there. So around the 3,000 to 32,000, or yeah, 3,000 to 3,200 range. If that holds as rejection as it did in Litecoin, then I would expect it to come back down, retest the bottom, possibly break. If we break this bottom trend line, guys, I believe that Ethereum could be in trouble. Let's look at that 1850 area. If that was to break, we could be looking for $1,000 Ethereum. So we'll just see what happens. As you guys know, I don't trade Litecoin or Ethereum. I only trade Bitcoin, but I do keep up on these charts for you. If you guys have a favorite altcoin that you want me to start throwing into videos, I'm going to do it a couple times a week. All you have to do is leave in the comment what chart you want me to put up, what you know, what project, whatever, and I will chart it and throw it in at the end of the videos. So definitely don't forget to do that. If you have a favorite project, leave it down below. Don't forget to check out my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com, and there's a link below in the description with other helpful links down below. If you guys are interested in starting an IRA with Bitcoin, check out ITrustCapital. You can put it in an IRA just like retirement fund and trade it without trading fees. Something you might want to check out if you are long-term in crypto. All right, let's generate a random number. We only did 5 videos last week, so 3. We're going to pick our winner of our Ledger Nano S. If you guys haven't checked out my tutorials, definitely check them out down here. If you just open up my YouTube, you'll see them down here. Well, let's pick our random comment. 1, 2, 3. Copy link address. We'll put it over in a random comment picker. Get YouTube comments. And pick a winner. Roy, you won, man. Get a hold of me and I know who you are, so you can get a hold of me in Discord or however you want. And I will send off your Ledger Nano S. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Don't forget to click CryptoSavvy logo above my head to get subscribed to the channel. Smash that like. Leave your comments below. Like I said, your favorite altcoin or whatever, put it down there. If I get enough people saying one, then that'll be the one I use to chart. Thanks, guys. I'm out.